My friend, I got this request from one of my students. This is Laura Spencer Smith. She's doing a song called Fantasy. And we're going to be playing this in the key of B flat major. With B flat major, we have a B flat major, a C minor, a D minor, an E flat major. We're going to be going to after an E, F major, a G minor, and then we're going to be doing it diminished. It's going to go right before our B flat. So we're going to be playing on A. It's an A diminished. To get an A diminished, we've got a couple different options. You can put your first finger on the 5th fret right here of the E string, 2nd fret of the, not 2nd fret, the 6th fret of the D string, and then put your 3rd finger and your 4th finger all the way up top on both of your movable notes. That's a great way to play a good diminished. You could also put 5, 6, 7, 8 all up in a row on a different string, or you could play the 5th of the chord as a 7th. What's the 5th of the chord? Oh, well, it would be the F major. So if we play F major as an F7 by taking off our pinky, it functions as our diminished. B flat major, C minor, D minor, E flat major, F major, G minor, major but a 7, A diminished, and then back to your 1, which in this case is B flat. If you like the way that I teach, please give a thumbs up. If you don't, there's other resources out there. Check those out. As far as this song today, the feeling of it is going to have a B flat major. We're going to move this B flat major and go to a minor chord here. So when we're leading this chord, this is an E flat minor. Is that inside of our chord structure? No, we had an E flat major, so it does a little chord change. We could also see this through the eyes of playing just the G minor and then going up to the E flat major for the resolution. Now, it's a great way to go through the process here, but here's what we're gonna do. My student loves to play with a capo, and a lot of people that are playing this have a little bit of a hard time with those barred chords, which is fine. Remember to work on the bar chords, but when you're reading the tabs, you can also put a capo at the 1st fret towards the front of the fretting and then play A major. You guessed it, it's the same as me barring and playing a B flat major, except now the capo does all the work for us. So the A major, we're gonna keep that there. Second thing we're gonna do is we're gonna lay down both of our 2nd and our 3rd fingers on the, we're just gonna call it the 3rd fret rather than calling it the 4th fret. We're gonna act as if we're playing with no capo on there and that we're just playing at the 1st fret. It makes it easier to explain. Rather than me switching back between saying, this is a B flat major and the B flat major is gonna go up to, it makes much more sense to say, this is an A major. We're gonna go up to a C sharp minor, and then we're gonna be going to a F sharp minor to a D major. It's much simpler to explain it through the eyes of A. So B flat had 2 flats, B flat and E flat. Just so happens in the key of A, there are 3 sharps, F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp. So we would have A major, B minor, C sharp minor. We're gonna have a D major, E major, which is our 5th. Remember that. Our 6th is the F sharp minor. And then, of course, the same way that we played the last time, we can play that diminished, the G sharp diminished, and it resolves right back to our 1 chord. The other way we could see that B sharp diminished, not B sharp, G sharp diminished, we can just call it what it is. It could be the 5th of the chord played as a dominant. Watch me now. If E major has 3 fingers down and we remove the finger that's on the E, it goes past the E to the E flat or the D sharp and plays the open D note. Pinky up top on the high D gives us a E7, and E7 functions like a G sharp diminished. A, B, C, D, E, F, G sharp diminished, but it's an E7. I just don't say things twice. Therefore, I wouldn't say A, B, C, D, E, F, E, A. Doesn't make sense that way because we don't do it in any other language. Why would we say things twice? So we don't. We just call it to be a G sharp diminished, even though it has a 2 triads. One of happens to be diminished that we're defining in here. Okay, so the progression of this is going to be down, 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 down. Keep our finger on and play our 3 and 4 finger on the 3rd fret right above, or you can play your 1st finger. Either way, it's going to look like a D dominant 7, but it's not on this fretting. It's up a half step and moved horizontally, so your 1st finger starts on the G string rather than on the B. This is a D7. That that is going to be your minor. That's going to feel like you're playing something a little out of the place there. So it's going to go from an A. Those of you who love Zeppelin, these are also the chords for a Rain song. Then she stops. Dum 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 dum. A A A A A A C sharp minor to an F sharp minor to a D major to an A C sharp minor. F sharp minor. Real loud dynamically. D D D D D do 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 A D minor. We can see that as a D minor. We could also call it a B flat major, but we're not getting into the theory aspect of this today. Remember, if you do not have your capo chords on, my bad, you would still have your A major shape, but now we would call it a B flat major. Why? You're no longer in capo status. B flat major, when we go from a B flat, C minor, we'd be playing the same thing, but we move it down for a half step. Same chords, we just don't have the functionality of having the capo there. So we have to actually make that huge stretch. So it's a great thing to work up. Let your first finger be your capo for you. You can still play all the notes. Now remember, when you go to your D, you just have to have your capo, your finger, at the second fret. Sorry, first fret. Because that's where our capo was. So remember that. Wherever your capo was, that's where your fingers are going to be. B flat major. We're going to be playing, you guessed it, we're going to be able to move up to our C's there, and then we're going to be able to go back over and over again. When we play that second phrasing, you can go up here because you don't have that capo on anymore and play a D minor. When we're going down to that F sharp minor, it's no longer an F sharp minor, it's a G minor. And then when we go up here to play that D major, it's no longer a D major. We're going to be playing a D sharp major or an E flat major. I hope this video really helps. Rock on with your bad selves and enjoy this channel if you can. Give a thumbs up if you like to. Other than that, I would love to see your comments and maybe you have a suggestion of what you would like to see. Aloha.